Chino Hills just crossed $1 million in median home price. Ontario Ranch single-family homes are selling in under 3 weeks. And condos in Ontario Ranch, they're sitting on the market nearly 3 times longer than they were just 1 month ago. The March 2026 data is in, and depending on what you're buying or selling, this market is telling a very different story depending where you look. Hi, my name is Christian Medina, your Inland Empire Realtor, and I've been covering these markets for nearly 20 years. Let's get into it. All right, welcome to the March 2026 real estate market update for Chino Hills, and Ontario Ranch. I'm going to break this down in 2 parts, single family homes first, then condos and townhomes, because those 2 segments are telling completely different stories right now. So let's go. Okay, real quick, here's what we're covering. Part 1 is single family homes across all 3 markets, Chino Hills, and Ontario Ranch. Part 2 is condos and townhomes in Ontario Ranch and in Chino. And I'm separating these 2 deliberately because the data in those 2 markets is moving in completely opposite directions. All numbers are pulled from the March 2026 MLS closings and active listing counts. It's real data, local data. Let's zoom in. All right, so before we get into our specific cities, let me give you a quick look at the broader picture because context matters. Across all residential properties in San Bernardino County, the median sales price in March came in at $535,000. That's down 2.7% from February, and homes are sitting on the market for a median of 25 days, up about 8.7% from last month. Now, here is why it matters. Every single city we're covering today, Chino Hills, and Ontario Ranch, is trading significantly above the $535,000 county median. These are not average Inland Empire markets. These are premium communities, and the data backs that up. Keep that in mind as we go through the numbers. So let's go ahead and let's zoom in. All right, starting with Chino single family homes first. The median sales price in March landed at $785,000. Now, that is down about 4.2% from February, but I want to put that in perspective right away. We are still talking about $750,000 for a single family home in Chino. Values are holding strong overall. Now, the number I really want you to pay attention to is the median days on market, and that is 27 days. That jumped over 107% from just last month. So in plain English, homes that were going under contract in under 2 weeks in February are now taking closer to a month. That's a significant shift in a very short period of time. We have 89 active single family listings in Chino right now, and price per square foot came in at $404. Now, what does this mean for you if you're a buyer in Chino right now? It means that you have more time, you have more options, and more room to negotiate than you had just in the past years. If you're a seller, pricing strategy matters more than ever right now. Overpriced homes are sitting. Well-priced homes are still moving, and there is a real difference between those 2 outcomes in this market. Now let's talk about Chino Hills. This is the number that genuinely stopped me when I pulled this data. The median sale price for single-family homes in Chino Hills in March of 2026 is $1,011,000. Chino Hills has officially crossed the $1 million threshold for single-family homes. And here is what makes this even more remarkable. Homes are not sitting. Median days on market dropped to just 9 days. That's 9 days. That is actually down 25% from February, meaning the Chino Hills market got faster while Chino slowed down. 2 cities right next to each other, moving in completely opposite directions in the same month. We have 93 active listings, and price per square foot hit $535. It's up 11% from just last month. Now, if you own a home in Chino Hills and you have been thinking about selling, the data is telling you this is a strong moment. Demand is high, homes are moving fast, and values are pushing through the $1 million mark. Now, if you're a buyer and you're targeting Chino Hills, just understand that you're going to be competing. Come pre-approved, come ready to move quickly. 9 days on market means there is no time to hesitate. Now, let's move to Ontario Ranch. Quick note, Ontario Ranch spans in 2 zip codes, 91761 and 91762. So I'm combining those numbers to give you the full community picture rather than splitting them artificially. The combined median sale price for single family homes in Ontario Ranch is approximately $749,000. And both zip codes are actually up slightly month over month between 2 and 3%. Ontario Ranch values are holding steady and trending in the right direction. Homes are selling in about 19 days on average. We have 136 active single-family listings across the community, the most inventory of any market we're covering today. And price per square foot is averaging about $381. Ontario Ranch continues to be one of the most active and in-demand master plan communities in all of Southern California. New construction is still coming out of the ground here, and buyers relocating from LA and Orange County keep this market consistently competitive. At $749,000 for a single family home in a master plan community, it is still presenting strong value compared to what those same buyers were paying closer to the coast. All right, before we move into condos and townhomes, let me give you the single family summary side by side. So Chino at $785,000, the market is slowing, buyers have more leverage than they had in months. Chino Hills at $1,011,000 crossed the $1 million mark, moving in 9 days, and it's become a seller's market. Ontario Ranch at $749,000. It's a steady appreciation, strong demand, 19 days on market. So 3 cities, 3 completely different stories. And now let's talk about condos and townhomes, because if you're a first-time home buyer or someone relocating from LA or Orange County on a tighter budget, this next segment was made specifically for you. Now, the condo and townhome data in these markets is really where things get interesting, because Ontario Ranch and Chino are moving in completely different directions. Stay with me, because depending on your situation, what I'm about to show you could change how you're thinking about your next move. When it comes to condos and townhomes, Ontario Ranch is where the most significant shift is happening right now. And it is a shift that buyers need to hear. The combined median sales price for attached properties in Ontario Ranch is approximately $500,000. That is ranging from $480,000 in one zip code to $520,000 in the other. Both are down month over month between 5 to 13%, and days on market, this is a big one. Condos and townhomes in Ontario Ranch are sitting for about 40 days before going under contract. One of the zip codes jumped nearly 192% in a single month, from about 12 days to 35 days. This is a dramatic shift in 1 month. We have 95 active condos and townhome listings across Ontario Ranch right now, with price per square foot averaging around $333. So here is the plain English version of what the data is telling us. If you're a first-time buyer who has been watching the Ontario Ranch market, this is the most negotiating power you've had in years. Prices are softening, homes are selling longer, and sellers are more motivated now than ever. And at around $500,000 for newer construction attached homes in one of the most desirable master plan communities in Southern California. This is worth a serious look. Now, Chino condos and townhomes. And I want to be upfront with you. This one actually surprised me when I pulled up the numbers, because it is the exact opposite of what is happening in Ontario Ranch. Median sale price in Chino for attached properties came in at $577,564, up 4.6% from February. Homes are selling in just 19 days with zero change from last month. Completely stable, and active listings dropped 34.5%, meaning supply is shrinking fast in this segment. Price per square foot is at $402. So while Ontario Ranch condos are sitting and softening, Chino's attached market is tightening. That's less inventory, faster sales, and rising prices. Same property type, same general region, completely opposite market dynamics. If you're a seller with a condo or townhome in Chino, the market is working in your favor right now. And for buyers, if Chino is specifically where you want to be in the condo or townhome segment, don't wait on it. With inventory down over a third from last month, your options are narrowing faster than most people realize. Now let's talk rates, because I know this is what's on everyone's mind right now. The 30-year fixed mortgage rate right now is sitting in the range of about 6.25 to 6.46%. Now I know that's not the 3% world we all remember from just a few years ago, but here is the context that actually matters. Rates spiked hard in March. At one point, they jumped nearly 65 basis points in a single month. That is a significant move. But they had pulled back from those highs coming into April, and here is what I want you guys to hold on to. Rates today are still better than they were in April of 2025 and April of 2024. Buying power is up roughly $30,000 compared to this time last year. That progress has not disappeared. Now, I'm not a lender. For your actual numbers, talk to a mortgage professional who can look at your specific credit, your down payment, and your loan type. What I can tell you from a market strategy standpoint is this: waiting for rates to drop further while prices rise and inventory shrinks is a trade-off worth thinking through carefully before you decide to sit on the sidelines. If you're a buyer, here is the action plan coming out of this March data. Number one, get pre-approved now. Not in 2 months, now. Rates are still moving and you want to know your exact number before you start seriously shopping. Pre-approval gives you speed and credibility the moment the right home hits the market. Number two, the most negotiating room right now is in Chino single family and Ontario Ranch condos and townhomes. If budget is a consideration, those are your two strongest leverage markets this month. And number three, if Chino Hills is your target, understand the urgency. 9 days on market means you need to be ready to move the moment something comes up. Pre-approved, decisive, and ready to offer. Hesitation means missing it. And number four, there is more inventory available right now than buyers have seen in years. More choices, more time in most markets. Use that to your advantage. And if you're thinking about selling, here is my honest read by the market. If you're in Chino Hills, this is a strong moment. Values just crossed $1 million. Homes are moving in 9 days and demand is real. If you have been on the fence, the data is telling you the market is ready. Now, if you're in Chino with a single family home, days on market more than doubled this month. That does not mean the market is bad. It means pricing strategy matters more than it did 60 days ago. Price it right from day one and it moves. Chase the market with an inflated number and you will be doing price reductions within 2 weeks. Now, if you have a condo or townhome in Ontario Ranch, you have more competition right now than you did last month. Staging and presentation are your biggest differentiators. Well-presented, well-priced homes are still moving. And across all markets, the honest truth is this: overpriced homes are sitting, well-priced homes are still selling. The market rewards accuracy, not optimism. And my job is to give you the real number, not one that just feels good. Look, I've been in this market for almost 20 years. I sold homes during the 2008 crash. I sold during the pandemic frenzy. I've seen both extremes up close. And here's my honest read on this right now. This is not a crash. The fundamentals that cause real crashes are massive oversupply, rampant speculation, subprime lending. Those aren't present right here. What we have is a market that is recalibrating after years of being overheated. And honestly, that recalibration is healthy. For buyers who have been sitting on the sidelines waiting for prices to collapse, I want to be straight with you. The data is not showing a collapse. It is showing more of a balance, more choices, more negotiating room in select markets. That is actually the environment you want to buy in, not the frenzy of 2021 where you're waiving inspections and offering $100,000 over asking. The question is not really whether it's a good market. The question is it the right time for you, your family, and your specific situation? That is a conversation I have with clients every single week. And if you want to have the conversation, I'm right here. If you're thinking about buying, selling, or relocating to the Inland Empire, reach out to me directly. Call or text me at 909-374-4260. That's 909-374-4260. You can also grab my free Inland Empire relocation guide at the link in the description. It covers everything from neighborhoods to Melrose, Texas, to what your actual monthly payment looks like in each of these cities. If this video was helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I put out one of these every single month with real MLS data, real local insights, and no fluff. Once again, my name is Christian Medina, your Inland Empire Realtor, and I'll see you guys next month with another market update.